What it do? Welcome to the Veganlicious Kitchen. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming by to see me, okay? And let me tell you how you keep coming by to visit. All you have to do is click on the subscribe button and you'll be notified when I post new videos of great tasting plant-based recipes, okay? It's that simple. So today in the Veganlicious Kitchen, we are going to be making yucca empanadas, okay? We are going Latin up in here today, this afternoon. Whatever time of day it is that you're watching this, that's the time of day I'm going on, okay? So let's grab the ingredients and let's get this started. Okay, so I have all the ingredients, so let's pan down. So you need to know, so you can know what ingredients you need to make this yucca empanada, okay? So down we go. So here's my yucca that I cut up, right? It was hard for me to cut this yucca. It's my first time using yucca, so that was an experience, but I got through it. Okay, I'm gonna use orange pepper, red onion, which looks purple. We're gonna use some garlic. We're gonna use Worcestershire sauce. We're gonna use some liquid smoke. We're gonna use onion powder. We got the smoked paprika. We're gonna be using some olives. Of course, we're gonna use garlic powder too. We're gonna use our trusty pink Himalayan salt. We have the cumin, mushrooms. This is for the filling, okay? That's gonna go inside the yucca pastry, and this is walnuts, okay? So that's everything. The walnuts and the mushrooms is gonna make the filling that goes inside the yucca, okay? So let's get it started. It looks like a lot. Oh wait, and we're gonna use this for the yucca shell, okay? So let's get it started. Don't be scared. I know it's a lot of ingredients, but you can do it. It's simple. Okay, so now where we're gonna do is we're gonna take our yucca. You see the yucca? I'm gonna put it in the food processor. We need this thing to smooth out. We need it to look like cottage cheese form. Okay, so we're gonna throw this in the processor. Let the processor do its job. Okay, then I'm gonna put the filling together. Okay, so the yucca has been pulsified. It now looks like cream cheese. I don't know if y'all can see it. The light is sort of bright. Yeah, there we go. Looks like cottage cheese, but we're not done with that. But I'm gonna put this to the side right now. We're gonna work on the filling for the empanada. The mushrooms are in. We're gonna add our walnuts in the food processor, and we're gonna chop this up, okay? We're not doing a whole bunch because it's just me eating it, okay? Or maybe my daughter, when she decides to pop in for a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna put this over on its base and let it pulsify it. Okay, so now here's the walnuts and mushrooms. Can you see that? I don't want them to fall out. It looks like ground up meat, right? But it's not. It's mushrooms and walnuts. So now I'm gonna season it right here. So I'm gonna pan down. You can season it in the pot or the pan, either way. But I'm gonna do it here today. So we're gonna throw garlic. Season it to your taste. I like my food to taste well seasoned, you know, flavorful. That's the smoked paprika. We're gonna add the liquid smoke. That gives it a smoky flavor. We're gonna add the Worcestershire sauce. Pink salt. I'm gonna put the cumin in a minute. Let me get a measuring spoon. I'm gonna put one tablespoon of cumin, okay? And then we're gonna combine it together. Give me a spoon. Mix it all together, mix. Now we're going to transfer this over to the stove to let it brown some more. It's not really, you really don't have to cook this, you know. This is just mushrooms and walnuts. This can be eaten just like this. It's not meat, okay? But I'm going to warm it up and I'm going to combine it with my peppers and onions and a little bit of oil. So, okay, we're at the stove. It's the stove part of the show. So now we're going to put the orange peppers and the purple onions into the oil. And I'm using grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is best for cooking, okay? Not vegetable oil, not canola oil, not none of those garbage oils that do nothing for your body but make you sick, okay? Y'all need to research your food before you eat it, or maybe you just don't care what you put in your body, okay? That can be understandable too. I don't know. I don't know how long you want to live here and how long you want to stay as healthy for, and how mobile you want to be when you're getting older. That's up to you. So, I don't know, like I was saying before I got cut off, I don't know how long you want to be mobile where you're able to walk around and get around with no problems without any crutches or a wheelchair or a cane to help you move about freely, or a walker. So if you don't mind doing those things as you get older, okay, keep eating the garbage that you eat. So now I added some garlic in there as well. So I'm going to let that all combine and caramelize, but not too long, because once we put it inside the yucca shell, it's going to cook again. So we don't need it overcooked because it loses its nutritional value. It'll still have vitamins in it, but not as much as it did before we put it on the heat. Okay, so it's done. You see I added some green olives into the filling. I said this is Latin, right? I said this is a Latin meal. So you got to add some olives up in there. Okay, so I added the olives. Now that's done. Like I said, it doesn't have to cook that long because it's vegetables. Okay, it's not meat. There's no blood up in here. There's no worms up in here. There's none of that up in here. So it's cooked. So I'm going to take it off the heat. And now we're going to move back over to prepare the yucca shell. Follow me. Okay, that's hot. Here's our yucca. So what we're going to do, can you see it? Looks like cottage cheese, right? Okay, so what we're going to do, take the yucca. I don't have a strainer, and I don't have cheesecloth. So what I do have is paper towel. So I'm going to transfer some of the yucca onto the paper towel to get out the excess water. Okay? So we're just going to smash it out. And the paper towel will absorb the water that's in it. Okay? Let's just push it out. Okay, I strained it. Now let's add the seasoning. We're using pink salt. I don't know what those. Pink salt. What's in my pink salt? It's pink. Okay, we're gonna add some onion powder, some garlic. Mind you, this is the shell, and we're gonna add this for the color. Okay, I'm gonna have a pack in here. Now we're gonna combine it. Combined, combined, combined. Where it's all red, okay? Then we're gonna form a shell. So once you add the seasonings to the yucca, right? You put 1 cup of flour into the yucca and make it dough. So now we begin to form our shells, okay? Put flour and a bit of baking powder. So I'm gonna put this on to my countertop, my Allen. Let me cut this in half though first. You probably can make 4, but I'm gonna place that in there. I'm gonna place another piece on top of it so it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. Okay, so it's flattened out, right? It's not sticking to anything. It didn't stick to the rolling pin. So now we could take the top layer of the saran wrap off. I'm gonna cut this in half because I think I can make 2 out of this. Or should I just make 1 big one? I think I'm gonna make 1 big one. No, I'm gonna make 2 small ones. So I'm gonna cut this in half. Now I'm gonna add my filling in there and fold it, okay? Okay, so there's the shell. So I'm gonna add a little bit of filling into it, right there. Not a lot. We don't want it to bust open while it's in the pan on the stove. So now all you gotta do is fold it over. You don't have to touch the pastry. Do this. Here's your empanada. Now I'm gonna transfer this over into the hot grease. So I'm gonna show you after it's cooked how it turned out. Be back. And you don't have to remove this out of the plastic until you get it over to the heat. Okay? Be back. Here is the finished product. Ta-da! Let me show you. I am impressed with myself. Here it is. Pan down. There's the empanadas. I made some plantains and some avocados. My empanadas look great. Those are yucca empanadas. So, let's do the taste test. I'm gonna pan up my empanada. Okay, let's take what's most important is how it tastes. So let's go ahead and taste this. Doesn't that look beautiful? I'm impressed. Okay.
Let's give praise to the man upstairs. Without him, there's no us. Here we go. Nice. Put the head down. Bow, there it is.
Like my glam son, Chunga would say, it's definitely delicious. Definitely try this one out. It's nice and flavorful. Want some? You can't have none. Make your own. I'm impressed with this. It's a great meal. So thank you for watching this Veganlicious episode. My yucca empanada. Now, if you are interested in buying my Veganlicious ebook, why don't you go down into the description box right below this video, and there's information on how to purchase my Veganlicious Ebook. And if you're not interested in buying the ebook, you can always give me a tip or buy me a matcha. My Cash App is available for those things as well. So enjoy your day, but most of all, enjoy life. Iluva. Subscribe. Don't forget that. Subscribe.